Hello. Welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, we gonna go over all about the array modifier. The array modifier creates an array of copies of the base object, with each copy being offset from the previous one in any of a number of possible ways. This modifier can be useful when combined with tileable meshes for quickly developing large scenes. It is also useful for creating complex repetitive shapes. Let's start to lecture. First of all, press A and choose all objects in the screen, and delete them. Press Shift A, and add new cube. Select the cube, and add array modifier. Fit types controls how the length of the array is determined. There are three choices: fixed count, fit length, and fit curve. Fixed count generates the number of copies specified in count. Firstly, let's enter factor x 1.3. Then let's enter 10 in count box. So it will generate 10 copies of the cube object. Second type is fit length. It generates enough copies to fit within the fixed length given by length. Let's enter 10 meters in the length. So it will generate only 4 cubes in 10 meters. You can measure with Measure tool. Activate Snap tool. Choose Measure tool and measure distance. If you increase or decrease length value, it will generate automatically number of copies. If you scale the cube object, you will see nothing happen. It is because fit length use the local coordinate system size of the base object, which means that scaling the base object in object mode will not change the number of copies generated by the modifier. So you have to apply scaling transform to change number of copies. Another type is fit curve. It generates enough copies to fit within the length of the curve object specified in curve. Let's add new Bezier curve. Press Tab key and go to Edit mode. Select Control Point and press E key to extrude. Tab back into object mode and select the cube. Select the Bezier curve. Here we go, it has generated enough copies to fit within the length of the curve. If you scale the cube object or the curve, you will see nothing happen. So don't forget to apply scaling. Let's delete all objects in the screen and press Shift A to add new cube. Go to Modifiers menu and add Array Modifier to Cube. Check the Constant Offset box. Constant Offset generates array objects whose center-to-center distance equal to specified offset. Enter 3 into the count box. Let's enter 3 in distance x. So it will generate arrayed objects whose center-to-center distance equal to 3 meters. Because I use metric system, this can be applied for x, y, and z directions. Let's remove all objects in the screen and add new UV sphere. Let's add Array Modifier. Be sure that Relative Offset box is checked. Relative Offset adds a offset equal to the object's bounding box size along each axis multiplied by a scaling factor. The bounding box is a rectangular box that is wrapped as tightly as possible around the selection. Let's enter 3 in factor x. Then, the center of the next copy will be at 3 bounding boxes away from the main object's center in x direction. X, Y, and Z scaling factors can be specified. First of all, press A and choose all objects in the screen, and delete them. Press Shift A, and add new cube. Move little bit on the x-axis. Right-click, set origin, and choose origin to 3D cursor. Then, press Shift A, and add new empty object. Select the cube, and add Array Modifier. Check the Object Offset box, and select Empty Object. Now, decide number of cube will be arrayed. Let's enter 10. Select Empty Object, and go to the Object Properties menu. Then, rotate the empty object around the Z-axis. Now, we have to decide how many degrees should be between arrayed cubes for equal array. To do this, enter 360 divided by 10. Here we go. We arrayed 10 cubes around the empty object equally and evenly. Now, let's make simple spiral staircase with radial array. Add new cylinder and scale it. And then, add new cube and scale it. Go to Edit mode, select the face and scale it. Don't forget to apply transforms before apply modifiers to objects. Otherwise, you may meet unexpected results. Select the cube, and set origin to 3D cursor. Add new empty object. Select the cube object, and apply array modifier. Check the object offset box, and choose empty object. Enter number of arrayed object. Let's enter 10. Select the empty object, and go to the Object Properties menu. Rotate the empty object around the Z-axis in desired value. And then, move the empty object in the Z-axis in desired value. Select the cube object, and go to Modifiers menu. Increase number of arrayed object enough. Here we go, we have done simple spiral staircase. In this lecture, we'll go over merge option in array modifier. We have piece of a car rim and we want to make complete rim by using radial array. So, let's select rim piece and add array modifier. Let's relative offset off and object offset on. Then let's press Shift A and add new empty object. Alright, so let's select the rim again and go to Modifier menu. Select the empty object by eyedropper. Then, select the empty object and go to Object Properties menu. Let's rotate the empty object around y-axis in reasonable amount. And then, let's select the rim and increase the count box till 5. To decide exact amount of rotation angle, select empty object again and enter 360 divided by 5. Here we go, we got complete shape of the car rim now. But if you zoom in, you can see there seams between all the duplicates. So they weren't merged together at those points. To fix this problem, we have to enable merge option down here. It seems to work. However, it screws things up little bit also. That's because the distance here is a little bit too large. Let's decrease that down to 0.001. Here we go. You can see there's another seam here between the first and last duplicates. In order to fix that, we just need to enable the first last option there. There we go. We got completed rim car now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm gonna try to explain how to use UV option in array modifier. We have such a stool. Let's add new material and wood texture. Click on Shading tab and go to Shading Workspace. Click on the New button and add new material. Then press Shift A and add image texture. Connect image node to base color of principled BSDF. Let's open wood texture image and add to the stool. Here we go. We have added wood texture to the stool. Click on Layout section and go to Material Preview. Then, let's add array modifier. Let's enter 5 into count box and enter 1.3 into factor x. Now, you might notice that the textures on the stools are very repetitive looking. It doesn't seem realistic. To fix this problem, we gonna use UV offset option down here. These offset options are used to move the UV coordinates of each duplicate stool. If you want to move UV coordinates on the horizontal axis, you have to slide over U offset. If you want vertical slide, you have to use V offset. There we go. This is going to help us randomize that repetitive look and we gonna have more realistic set of stools. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial. In this lecture, we'll go over caps options in Array Modifier. First of all, press a key and delete all object in the screen. Then, press Shift A and add UV sphere. Let's go to Modifier menu and add Array Modifier. Enter 5 into count box. We want to place cone object at the start or the end of our array. To do this, we gonna use caps option down here. Firstly, let's add new cone object. Move little bit on the z-axis and rotate around the y-axis -90 degrees. Select the UV sphere again and go to Modifier menu. To add cone at the start of our array, go to Cap Start and select the cone object by eyedropper. Here we go. We have added the cone object at the start of our array. However, you might notice that the cone indicates different direction. To fix this problem, select the cone and apply rotation transformation. There we go. You can hide the cone object. Also, you can add this cone at the end of the array. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial.